In this video, we'll continue our Project Deliveries series by looking at how to create tasks. All right, so here we are back in our timeline view, and now let's focus on creating a new task. So right now you can see I'm working on this little prototype of a game here, and we have some assets that we're working on. And what I want to do is I want to add one task in here because I need to create some kind of collectible coin in this game that I'm creating. So let's go ahead and create a new asset task. And now we can assign all the information that we need. So I'm going to give this a name. Let's give it a description. And now let's go ahead and give it a category. Now, when we create this task, a lot of these properties like the name, description, and category are going to be used as the asset in our asset library. It's going to be, so the name of the asset is going to be coin, it's going to have this description, and the asset's going to have this category as well. So maybe I'll call this props, and then maybe collectibles. We can set the asset type here. In this case, it's going to be a 3D mesh. I can give it a priority, and I need to make sure that I add it to the proper library. So in this case, it's my Launchpad library, and I'm going to go ahead and assign it here. You can see we have a few members in that library. I'm currently in the official account here, so I'll go ahead and do that. So now here's what's really interesting. We have this blocked by section. And what we can do is we can assign tasks that need to be completed before this task starts, basically. So what I can do is I could say, well, let's say that we need to finish the Boulder environment kit first so that we can create our levels and then we can place the coins around in the right place. And so what this means is that the Boulder environment kit task needs to be finished before we, start on this task here, and that's known as creating a dependency. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and set our start date and due date. So we can see today is the 11th. Let's go ahead and set that to today. And let's say that this is going to take about, maybe a few days to finish this task. And I'll go ahead and create the task here. And now we can see if I go ahead and set this to day view, we can see that we have our coin task. And I can go ahead and rearrange this. So let's say actually I want the coin to be completed first here. And you can see that this just automatically reorganizes the Gantt chart view, basically the timeline view for us. And you can see that we have a connection between the Boulder environment kit task and the coin task, showing that we have that dependency. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and click on this task or double click here, and now we have the task view. So what I can do is I can go ahead and upload some information here. I can upload the asset itself directly here, or I can link an asset that's already in a library. And I also have a lot more information here about how to manage this task. So we're going to take a look at more of this information in detail in a future video, like the review system. But what's really nice is we can, change the priority. We can set the status. I can adjust the progress here as I make progress. And then I can also do things like track the whole activity of the asset down here as well and see the entire history of this task and what's been going on with it. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the asset data here. So click Upload Asset Data, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in a coin asset. Now, what's really interesting about this coin asset is that it was entirely created using Instamat. You can see that we have some nodes here that create the basic shape and form of the asset. I can go ahead and we have this node called mesh shape from height, which takes this height data and turns it into geometry. I'm going and optimizing it, UV unwrapping it here, and then I'm using an asset texturing project here to create the textures for this, which is really cool. I'll quickly swap over and you can see that we've got my layers here. This is my layering based project, and I've gone ahead and just added some grunges and some highlights and some baked in lighting here to get this really nice looking effect. So I'll go back into the other project here, and you can see finally in this graph we're creating a quick little scene graph here where we set the mesh, we set the textures, and then when I export this all out, it's all going to have my textures embedded and I have my coin asset. So pretty cool that we can do this all here inside of Instamat. But now I've gone ahead and exported this, so let's go ahead and bring this into Polyverse, into Project Deliveries, and assign it to our task. All right, so I'll go ahead and drag and drop this asset here, go ahead and upload it. Just like usual, Polyverse is going to upload the asset, process multiple levels of detail here, and it's going to now assign it to our coin. Now, what you'll notice here is that we've changed the color of our coin task. It now says in progress because the status is now set to in progress because we're now working on it. And so there we go. We can see that we have our coin here automatically uploaded. You can see that Polyverse has created a level of detail automatically for us for this coin, which is really nice. And our status is set to in progress, which is great. Now, let's quickly go over to the Launchpad asset library. Again, because I mentioned that our assets are synced here with our tasks in Project Deliveries. So you can see that we have that Boulder environment kit here. You can see I've got that coin asset here while Polyverse is generating some thumbnails and things for us, which is nice. But we also have these placeholders here as well. You can see I did a little previous coin demo earlier. So what's really nice is that you see these in two places at once. You can see them in Project Deliveries over here as our tasks as well, but then you can also go to the Launchpad digital asset library and manage things as well. So let's say I want to, work on the landing pad. What I can do is click on this, and then it gives me the ability to upload the asset here as well. So everything is in sync and everything is connected. All right, so with these first two videos, we now have a good understanding about how Project Deliveries works. We've looked at how we can filter all of our libraries and look at the different views like timeline and board and the dashboard. And now we've also looked at creating tasks as well and how those tasks integrate seamlessly with our digital asset libraries. Now, in the next video, we're going to talk about the review process. And that, if I go ahead and open up this task here, that's going to be focused primarily on this section here where we have reviewers. We can request reviews and reviewers can approve or request changes. They can even mark up and make annotations directly in the 3D view as well. So we're going to take a look at all of those features in the next video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, drop us a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. For the latest news about Polyverse, please visit our website, follow us on X, join us on Discord, or sign up for the Abstract community. You can find all the links in the video description below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.